that I drew for you. I didn't even know that it lined up before making this video, so this is just, it's not even a coincidence, it's just numbers work so well with trading. You know, people say things like technical analysis doesn't work. Well, you know, tell me how I made that 100% profit on Ethereum then. You know, it is about following a system where I'm managing my risk very tightly. And you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I told VIP members that I was even considering a short on Ethereum when it was somewhere around here, but I also told them that I'm looking for more signs of confirmation. The follow-up post that I put in VIP is that it doesn't matter if you are potentially going to enter a poor position. It's about, did you actually commit? And then looking at it in hindsight, the fact that I didn't enter a short position on Ethereum, what kind of behavior patterns led me to decide I don't want to take that trade? Because what's more important than making profitable trades is making sure that you don't make losing trades. You know, you need to replicate behaviors that stop you from losing money. And that was something very, very important that I highlighted for VIP members. It really is the insights where in these videos, you get all the amazing analysis completely free of charge. Obviously, it's completely amazing. It's the best analysis ever, I know. But you're seeing the other side of it, the trading side of it in VIP, all happening in real time, exactly as I'm trading, as I'm deciding on different things, as I'm kind of evaluating my own plays, whether I did good things or bad things, really taking as close to objective looks as I can, and, you know, potentially, you know, then jumping into opportunities and showing VIP members how I'm doing it. I am seeing a lot more of them around the corner. So like I said, 50% off. That's our biggest discount ever for less than 2 days now. So go ahead and take a look at that if you are interested. But that Ichimoku cloud lining up with us pretty nicely now. If we end up trading sideways or even trading downwards, we are going to see this cloud give us some support right at the end of July or pushing very, very early days of August. I think this would be super healthy if we ended up kind of having a falling wedge down into this Ichimoku cloud and then bouncing up. I think momentum is showing us a similar picture to that. Yeah, if we kind of go sideways, it is going to level out a bit like this. Again, everything is showing us that this would be a beautiful buy zone for Bitcoin, especially in my opinion, especially if this trend were to continue trading higher. And we know why Bitcoin might end up trading lower over the next couple of hours, over the next couple of days even. You know, there is this sentiment, this expectation that Bitcoin is going to have to fall back down because this pump happened on the day that CME wasn't trading. That is super, super important. Like I said, I'm a little bit annoyed. This is exactly what I was going to say in the last video yesterday, which I didn't end up recording. I was going to say that there are some really bullish signs on Bitcoin right now, but it would be a bad thing if Bitcoin pumped today because the CME market isn't open, so people would expect Bitcoin to trade lower again. You know, it really depends. It could be that the case that, you know, Bitcoin won't even come back down and it'll just keep on rallying if it does do so today. But that's never really happened. You know, it has always been the case that Bitcoin does come down to fill those CME gaps. And so just kind of going off what past performance has been saying, I think it's quite likely that people will expect Bitcoin to start trading lower again. And the point is, you know, about the CME gap, it could very well be the case that we trade higher and then we come back down. But I think that would be a lot worse. I think right now this would be very healthy if we stay within the confines of this ascending triangle, if we stay within this ascending triangle that we've been in for quite a long time, and then potentially see our way upwards. It would be really significant. Going back to 20K, quite possibly could be the most significant day of price action since we topped out at $20,000. And the reason for that is we would now be ending a very long bear market, which has gone on for quite a long time. Obviously, we did end a bear market before when we were trading around the 3K range and we started to pump up. You guys who are in VIP will remember how I booked a beautiful 360% profit on the way up. That was very, very fun. But then also, you know, obviously just take a note of the fact that, you know, this is going to be a breakout happening where we, you know, where people are settled down a little bit more, where there's less excitement overall in the space. And we know that that's what we need. You know, the way our market will start to really rally within the long term is where at the beginning, a lot of people are calling it out to be bullshit, essentially. And I think that is the kind of recipe that we are looking at right now. And it could mean we're looking at quite a significant day for Bitcoin within the past 2, 3, 4 years happening maybe this week, well, next week. And that, to me, is a big sign that things could be ready to get very, very interesting indeed. Definitely something that I want to keep my eyes on and just make sure that I'm prepared and positioned to take great advantage of it. Moving on to the altcoin markets, like I said, Ethereum has been rallying very, very nicely. There's just a lot of volatility going on in the market right now, and obviously volatility means opportunity. So this isn't something that I'm taking lightly. As I said, I've already traded this volatility, closed a beautiful profit, and just eyeing my next opportunity to get back into the market. I think if Bitcoin were to tumble lower, Ethereum will go even lower than that. I think Ethereum could drop very, very low, and that might mean there are some very nice opportunities to go long on Ethereum. Obviously, I prefer to trade Ethereum over any of the other alts because it's just a little bit more predictable. Apparently not, though, in this case, but it's a little bit more volatile than Bitcoin, but it has more liquidity than the other altcoins. And if none of that made sense to you, don't worry, it's not important, but if it did make sense to you, then that means Ethereum to me it's just a coin that I prefer to trade. It's safer to trade, in my opinion, and the trading I do, it's already very risky, so I'll do anything I can to limit my risk. If we take a look at Tron, it's just fallen off a cliff. Take a look at this. I mean, a lot of the altcoins have, but Tron as well. God, there's no volume on this chart. Okay, it's not possible to analyze this. Let's take a look at the BitMEX chart.